Hi everyone, see you again in writing. And today, and in this session, I am interested to discuss about the writing that you have made from previous explanation. And I will show you with the slide here, right? What we are going to discuss is about revisions to be better writing, learning from previous writing. Uh, of course, I believe that you have written, but there are still many mistakes you have made in your writing. Maybe you can do it intentionally, or you are not aware with that condition. Therefore, we need to revise and we need to know what makes our writing sounds bad and how to make it better. Let's have a look at the following explanation. Uh, One of the point in making your writing better is you need to be able to convince the reader with the idea you express. Because the idea you express that is able to attract the readers might influence the readers with your idea. Therefore, Galco in 2002 has 3 points you need to consider in order to convince the readers with your opinion. First, Galco say that your writing must be credible, and the second, you must make a good argument, and the third, you need to explain your reasoning. What are they specifically? Okay, let's go to the following explanation. First, your writing must be credible. What is meant by credible? In order to convince the reader with your idea, if you do not write a credible writing, the reader will not trust with the idea you express. Means the credibility in this case is how you make the reader trust you. Of course, you need also to consider the following things in order to establish credibility. Number one, you need to put yourself in your reader's shoes. What does it mean? You need to adjust the situation with the condition of your reader. You do not only talk about the things you write based on what you know and you try to force the reader to understand that, but you also need to know what is known by the readers. Number two, be honest. You need to be honest. Do not make up story, but you need to tell the true story. Do not try to convince other people with imagination or with something that you make up, but it will be difficult for you to trust and to convince the readers with that. You need to be honest. Next, give those who have different opinion credit where it is due. When you give an assignment to the readers and the readers do it and they give feedback, they might have a different perspective from you. In this case, that you need to give them a credit. Do not give a negative statement, but give them credit. It might be useful one day. It might be useful in building a relation between you and the readers, and it also might enrich your idea. And next, use expert opinion to support your idea. It is, of course, necessary because expert opinion might give you uh, confidence related to the topic you have say and related to the topic, the idea you have expressed in your. Besides these things, there are some things also that you need to avoid in order to make a credible writing. They are like avoid bias. Yeah? You need to be careful in order to appear biased, to avoid general question from your reader. The question here is not the questions that they want to know about something, but the question related to why you're writing like this. Why don't you do this in writing? It's different things from the question they want to know related to your explanation. Avoid bias. To avoid offending your reader. In this case, you need to be sensitive in your choice of words and the way you characterize other. And avoid making absolute statement. Do you know? And this is maybe our habit. When we talk, we always use an absolute statement. We tend to make absolute statement in writing as if we want to give strong emphasis to our. Remember, this could make your reader have a strong willing to check whether the statement you mentioned is true or not. The following is tip in order to avoid an absolute statement. Maybe you can use the following expression, the following words. Instead of writing this like all, you can try many, most, nearly all, majority of, and instead of writing none, you can try few or very few, fractions of, almost none, with few exception, hardly any. Instead of writing always, you can try sometimes, often, usually, frequently, almost always, and instead of writing never, you can try rarely, infrequently, hardly ever. These words might make your sentence sound not absolute, but all, none, always, never, always trick questions from your reader. Is it true? All? Is it true? None? Always and never? But the use of these words might make it not overconfident, but still give a reader attention to know more about your writing. Number two, according to Galco, you need to make a good argument. Writing an argument or good argument might help you to attract the attention of your reader with the opinion you express. If you have good argument and it is able to attract their attention, they would like to read more of your. In order to attract the attention of your reader, the following steps are necessary for you. Introduce and explain the issue. The issue you write must be explained well to the reader because they might not familiar with the issue you write. Take a stand. What does it mean? Say in your thesis statement. What is this statement? The first statement of your writing. What actually you want to talk about. Give supporting reason for your position. Tell your reader why they should know and agree with you and support you. It is written in a statement, not question. Refute opposing argument. In this part, you need to strengthen your argument and why the reader should agree with your, not other. Yeah? You need to be confident in this case because confidence will make you uh, realize that what you say is true and people need to know. Consider the valid points of other position. You must tell the truth even if it is not in your. You need to have integrity. You need to admit that other people's opinion also good if it is good and it is bad. Right? Conclude logically. You need to show how your conclusions stand logically with evidence you provide. You provide. Sorry, this is not your provide, but you you provide. Uh, Good. Right. We continue. Number three, based on Galco, in order to make a better writing, you need to explain your reasoning. What is reasoning? Reasoning is an explanation or supporting the reasons you give for your questions are perhaps the best way to convince the audience. Three strategies for strengthening this part of it. First, show the progression of your argument as you learn. Give strong example and details that support questions. Explain how your example and supporting details relate to your. The following are the example. I try to take one of your writing. Yeah. Now we have one paragraph. I think from this. This is a topic sentence. What do you think? It must be a statement. Is it a statement? Good. The writer start from the independent clause. How about this? Sentence needs good support with credible source. Good argument. I think so. Support the previous. And how about this? The use of but. Use it in the correct position. It is a coordinate conjunction. It is used to connect clause. Sentence in sentence. It would be better to use however. Instead of use this, you can try however. And a part, okay, for those, okay, likewise. And but again, to me, but is not appropriate words or conjunction in this sentence. And you can try the other. The N95 mask, but don't, I don't see any link between this subject with the sentence after. So it is not appropriate. And again, but in this case, it's not appropriate because there is a double conjunction. But it's not appropriate because, again, still with the same explanation as this. So, but actually it's used to connect close. And what is good? It is uncomfortable for normal. Okay, right. That's all my explanations, and thank you so much. See you again next time.